So guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a fire pit for a Halloween decoration. As you can see, it is a fire pit that we would normally use for summer barbecues and things of that nature. So this is just fitting inside the top. Made out of a piece of plywood. You'll see that later on in the video. You don't have to use plywood, you can use cardboard or something like that, but obviously here in the UK we get a lot of rain and everything, so I wanted something that wasn't going to dissipate in the rain. Bag of bones you can pick up in most shops, spray paint, black, some red paint, some white paint, expanding foam, some flashing lights which are battery operated, so you don't need any special wiring skills. There you go. Also very safe for outdoor use. Different sequences so that it flashes, but it does give you that little bit of a fiery effect. Very easy to make, only takes a few hours to do, and you can probably get it done in an afternoon or so. The main thing is just the drying times, depending on what expanding foam. The expanding foam did dry pretty quick, so you got a chance of getting it done in an afternoon. So there you go, that is a fire pit. You don't have to use a fire pit, of course. You could just put it on the ground, put a few rocks around it if you wanted to. The opportunities to do with it are probably endless. You could do all sorts with it, or just do a completely different design. It's up to you. These are the basics of making it. I'll leave links in the description below of what I've used, and I hope you enjoy this video, the rest of this video on how I made it. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate everybody who's doing that. Like I said, enjoy the video and thanks for watching. So here is the fire pit that I used. It's just something we used in the summer for barbecuing on, and here is a old piece of plywood. I think I found this piece of plywood somewhere in a skip, so I decided to take it, thought it would come in for summer. So all I'm going to do is take the bowl of the fire pit, flip it over and draw around it. Now my fire pit has a recess in the rim of it, so what I will do when I cut it is I will bring it in around 10mm so that the board actually sits inside that recess. Now you can use a piece of cardboard or something. I've seen people using cardboard, which makes it a little bit easier, but here in the UK it gets wet, so I wanted something a bit more solid and substantial. So here we have the circle cut out, ready to go into the fire pit. Like you saw me doing, I used the jigsaw to do that. So just making sure it fits in there, because obviously the jigsaw did jump around quite a bit. So once you have it all sorted out, this is a bit of satin spray paint. I'm just spraying it black on one side. I didn't go out especially to buy this kind of paint, I already had it. It's something I keep in. Use it for spraying my bumpers and things like that sometimes, or my windscreen wipers, just to tidy it man up. But it comes in handy to have a bit of satin black sometimes. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm just spraying it so it all blackens it up so you don't see the wood coming through. Turn the can upside down, give it a quick spray, that'll clear the nozzle if you need to use it again, because we'll need that later. So this is what I've got, some flashing lights off Amazon, battery operated as I mentioned earlier. It has different sequences, does like flashing, slow flashing and a combination run, so there's about 8 different options on this set. You see battery operated, 3 AA batteries, so there's no special wiring involved. Bag of bones, you can pick them up in most shops at this time of the year, October. You pretty much got enough there for a skeleton really, and except for the ribs I would say, but you could just buy a skeleton and take it to pieces. Bit of barbecuing charcoal left over from summer. You don't have to use that, you can use some bits of wood and burn them if you want. Expanding foam. Now it started raining when I was videoing this, so I took everything inside to do this. But what we do is we start with the expanding foam, so we give it a good shake and start to just filling the area up in a circular motion. Drop the lights on, so I used about half the lights for the bottom, pushed them into the expanding foam, started placing bones on. You can move this about, there's no rush, it takes a while for expanding foam to go off. I added more expanding foam, got some charcoal out and started spreading the charcoal around. Place the skull in the centre. You don't have to do that, but that's what I decided to do. Then I started adding more bones, bits and pieces, putting the lights in, pushing the lights into the expanding foam. I mean, you could just put all the lights on if you wanted, because they are quite bright, but I decided to put them in and start moving and jiggling stuff around. So adding more bones and more charcoal, again pushing it into the expanding foam, just gives it a bit of texture, does the charcoal, makes it look more like a fire pit, because obviously charcoal is just basically charred wood at the end of the day. Like I said earlier, you can just get some wood, burn it if you want, give it a quick test to see what it looks like, and start adding the rest of the lights. I'm just going around the perimeter with that. So once it all dried, sprayed it with the remainder of the satin black, and I'm just filling it in. I'm not going too much over the bones and everything. I want the bones to try and stay the colour, but if you do get any of the spray on the bones, it just makes it look more charred. But I wanted some of the bones to be more the original colour. So there you go, testing it again with the light, see what it looks like, different flashing sequences. Then I got some white paint. This is just normal white poster paint, and I had some red poster paint as well. And all we do with that is basically just paint the tips of the charcoal white, so it looks like it's been burnt. You see, if he was having a barbecue or something, then you'd have the white bits of charcoal where it's been burning. It just gives you that little bit of effect, and also the red just makes it look like it's glowing as well. So we're going to do that, paint it with some white and red. You can see my white there. It's a normal artist brush, working my way around, painting the bits up. And again, up to you. You could probably use some orange paint as well if you wanted, or grey paint as well, but I'm just using what I've got here. Yeah, most people have a bit of white emulsion left over from doing your ceilings at home. Probably don't have any red paint. You can use spray paints as well, I've seen people doing that, but you've got more control with a brush, so you can literally just highlight the areas that you want. Now, I'm not putting any on the bones or anything, I am literally just doing the charcoal, and some of the charcoal was loose as well, which doesn't really matter, but most of it had stuck in with the expanding foam, so everything was quite solid. Kind of left the lights on so I could see where they were as well, so I didn't paint them, because you see, you want the lights to glow and give it that effect. They are twinkling quite fast at the moment. So yeah, this is a fire pit, like I've said, and it is a DIY decoration. I've not seen one in the shops for sale, so you know, it's a DIY project. Looks quite effective, and obviously once you finish painting it, oh yeah, it does actually look like a fire now you've done the white bits. But if you were doing a barbecue or anything, that's what would happen to the charcoal. It'd start going white at the ends. And obviously the red, putting the red on as well, just adds a little bit more detail to it. So there you go, this is the fire pit outside. It's a little bit dark now, it's starting to get dusk, and I've left the lights flashing. Put a couple of witches out there as well to make them look like they're around the fire. You can see the coffin I made as well, I did a video on that. You just see my reindeers in the background there, they're due to go out for Christmas, but I used them part of the Halloween. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.